What's going on, guys? It's Greenie here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be showing you my full Dexscreener tutorial. This is the site that I use to track all of these meme coins across Solana, Base, Ethereum, Avax, you name it. This is where I do it, okay? A full tutorial. I hope you really enjoyed this one. If you like my content, please subscribe down below. Smash the like button as well. It helps me grow as a content creator. Here's the video, guys. So guys, I'll just start with a disclaimer as always. None of this information should be considered financial advice. It is for educational purposes only. I'm going to hide my video screen today for this video because it just makes it easier for me to show you the whole of Dexscreener. So as you can see here on the home page, if you click dexscreener.com, it'll take you to this page. Now, as you can see here, currently the top trending tokens in the last 6 hours are all Solana. So that's no surprise, and that's why I have been actively trading on Solana and these meme coins for many months now and succeeding very well. So this is the home screen. As you can see, it ranks it in order of just transactions, volumes, etc. when you click at the top. But obviously it's ranked by 6 hours at the moment. If we go down, we can change it to 1 hour trending. So you just have to bear with my internet connection in this video. But as you can see, a lot of Solana tokens are still trending. As you can see here, it shows you where the liquidity pool is. So a lot of them are with Radium, hence why I'm bullish on Radium. And obviously number 10 is with Orca. So you can swap using Orca as well. But again, you can swap it to 5 minutes or you can swap it to 24 hours and shift around to see what you'd like to change. Now, obviously, if you want to check it out by volume, you can just click the volume tab, or if you want to check out the FTV, okay, or market cap, you can obviously click it over on the side and it shows you obviously the top tokens currently across all the blockchains. So Jupiter on Sol, Pepe on ETH, WIF on Sol, etc., etc. So that's the homepage, guys. Really simple. Again, you can change it up the top here to show you what's been trending in the last 5 minutes over the last hour. Okay, so what's dropped in the last hour that's trending over the last 5 minutes. Now, you can obviously sign in and set up a watch list, alerts, etc. I don't do that. I just use it to trade actively when I'm getting in and out of these Solana, Avax, even Base more recently, these meme coins, even Ethereum is tracked on here too, which we'll look at very shortly. But this is my absolute go-to website when trading meme coins in the whole blockchain space, okay? So I want to show you new pairs. So I have released a couple videos on this. I've released a couple shorts on this, but this is how I track some of the new pairs that drop. So as you can see, it's currently on all chains, but you can swap up the top to Solana. So obviously, I'm a mega bull on Solana and what it's doing in the space, but obviously meme coins are where you can make so much more money because there's so many more transactions on Solana. It's cheaper to get in. It's so fast compared to ETH, and it's just where the liquidity and the users are. So you definitely want to be there. Now, the way you can do it is similar to what we just looked at on the home screen before. You can track it by 5 minutes, 1 hour, 6 hours, 24 hours, newest, top, gainers, etc. If you change all these settings to suit what you like to do, then that's how I like to trade. But if you click on age, okay, and you click it again, this will show you obviously trending tokens within the last 6 hours and the most recent. So this is how I like to actively get into some of these tokens nice and early because I'm here looking at Dexscreener when I have some time and ranking it by age so that I see them as soon as they drop, okay? So Dexscreener is super great for this because it is reliable, okay, and it shows me some of these tokens. Alternatively, let's go to ETH. It works the same way, obviously, across all these blockchains up the top. These are your most trending ones, obviously, but as you can see here, yep, ETH is a little bit slower, way less volume, if you notice here, okay? Way less transactions, way less volume in the last 5 minutes on all of these new tokens, so that's why I've been trading on Solana. Let's check out Base just to show you what it looks like, but it essentially shows you 24-hour volume for this blockchain as well, or this layer 2 in Base's case, in the amount of transactions. So you can see, again, new tokens are dropping probably every half an hour to an hour currently on Base. So that's how I like to track new tokens, new pairs over on the side. Again, if you want to dive in a little bit deeper, you can look at top trending tokens or losers across the past 24 hours across certain parameters. Again, you can change the volume settings to whatever you like. If you're an absolute degen, you'd be down here. If you're a higher swing trader, you'd be up in the volume range up towards 1 million. And obviously you would like to change the liquidity. So liquidity is just the pool and how much money is in that liquidity pool, or the amount of liquidity trading within, in and out of this token. So buyers and sellers. So again, you can change all these settings. And obviously, as you can see up the top as well, we're currently looking at all change. So again, if you click on Solana, it'll show you all the highest gainers in the past 24 hours using these parameters of total volume exceeding 100K and liquidity 250K. So as you can see here, these are some of the top tokens at the moment. So Moo is one that's popped into my radar. Obviously, if you click to losers, it's going to show you some of the most losing tokens over the past. Again, we're on all chains, so if you go back to Solana up the top, you then click losers. It's going to show you the amount of losers and the top losing coins or tokens, meme coins, as you can see here, that go down. And this is what I always say, guys, 95%, if not higher, of meme coins that we trade every single day in this space go to zero eventually. And as you can see here, lots of them do. What else do I want to show you? So this is Dexscreener, guys. It's super easy to use. Obviously, if you do log in, you can have a portfolio over on the side. You can set up alerts, you can set up watch lists and that type of thing as well. Again, you can set up filters over here as well to like how you like to trade. If you're someone that likes a certain amount of transactions within a certain time period, you can change all the settings there. So again, this site is super good. You can obviously change the dexes. So for example, I like to trade using bots. So that's either Photon, which there is a sign up link down below, or Bunkbot on Telegram. There's also a sign up link down below in the description. So those two are my go-to bots or websites currently to trade these tokens. I just use Dexscreener as my tool for charting and for chasing some of these early tokens at the moment as well. But you can change the dexes. So obviously Solana has Jupiter, it has Radium, and it has Orca as well. I just want to show you, like, as you can see here, guys, there's $1.6 billion worth of volume in the last 24 hours on Solana compared to these other blockchain. So that's why you want to follow liquidity. And when I say I follow liquidity, I follow where the users are. This is what I'm following, okay? I'm following where the volume is. So if I'm watching this and it starts to come down, then I start to maybe fade trading meme coins. If it's up, if there's lots of transactions, then I do start to consider getting back into meme coins. So that's a really good one to keep an eye on. All of volume across meme coins in the past 24 hours. If you come over to the side, this is a really simple way, again, to just get straight into a particular blockchain and the meme coins on Dexscreener. So I click on Solana. Again, it's the top one, hence it's why it's at the top. Like I said before, here are some of your dexes that you can use to swap some of these tokens. But as I said before, guys, I like to use Bunkbot. I've got a tutorial on my YouTube channel. I've got a Photon tutorial as well. I'm dropping a new one soon, but those are the websites that I like to use because they're just super easy to trade in and out of tokens, and they hold my Solana on those particular bots or websites. Okay, so I've got wallets on there, so it makes it easy to trade in and out rather than trying to trade manually using Radium or Orca or Meteoria. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. But again, same as what we showed you before. You can rank it by 6 hours, you can rank it by 5 minutes. So if you're really degenerate, let's go to trending in the last 5 minutes, okay? Then we're going to go and change whatever you want it to be. So whether it's volume, whether it's liquidity, okay, or whether it's even makers. So in other words, how many people are actually trading this? So as you can see, Mu on Sol here has a higher lot of volume. It also has a lot of people trading it. So therefore it's more active. Maybe it has a higher holders count. So then that shows me that it's really bullish. Again, come over to the side. Let's click on base. That's the other hot one at the moment. As you can see up the top, here are all your dexes that you can swap. So Sushi, Uni, Aerodome, Base Swap, etc. Pancake Swap can be used for all of these tokens. But this is what it looks like, guys. It's super transparent. It gives you so many analytics around all of these different tokens. Now, this is what it looks like when you actually come into a specific token. So let's pick on new because it's really hot right now. So if we come in here, obviously it's trading view. So this is what it looks like. This is how I chart my charts when I'm trading these meme coins. You can see up the top the volume on current. So we're on Solana. So this is the current top volume tokens on Solana, but more about that very shortly. But again, I changed the chart obviously to 5 minutes because these are quite new. And then this is how I like to chart. So as we can see here, it broke this trend just before. Showed me a bearish retest. So it broke down, okay, came back up, retested, couldn't get back up into here. Okay, so what it did, it broke down, retested, reject. So that showed me that I probably would like to get out of this token if I was holding from lower, obviously. We have found a bit of a bottom, which is great. So again, you can apply all your trading principles like normal to these meme coins. So again, if I use a fib retracement, did it bounce off a level as sure enough as TA, and so many people fade TA, but as you can see here, guys, where did it bounce? It bounced off a 0.5 level. So the way that I drew that Fibonacci is essentially from the bottom. So as soon as the token launched at $0 in price, all the way to the top of the token's peak, and then look, sure enough, it bounced off this level. Usually they like to bounce off a fib level. If you do catch this and you're watching it on a slower time frame or a lower time frame, you can catch these reversals quite quick. And as you can see here, get a 33% move on this particular meme coin. But that's how I like to trade. Now, again, come down the bottom. You can look at live transactions that are coming through. Okay, you can see how many whales are bought in or how many tiny wallets are bought in, etc. If you want to check the actual blockchain, you click that link and it'll take you to the blockchain to show you top traders. Again, really insightful, just shows you whether people have been airdropped particular tokens to maybe shill this token. They've been paid to shill it on their Telegram or on their Twitter. So always do your due diligence and see what's happening there. If you come to transactions, see how there's a black and white line here. This means that someone didn't quite, they're a new buyer or a new seller. Okay, so that's what you got to look for. Whereas these white bars mean they are have had multiple transactions as well. You can minimize this to make it really nice and easy for your charting, which I like to do as well. You come over to the site, it has everything. So you can click on its Twitter link. You can click on the Telegram link, okay, and it'll take you all of there. You click that all the way down the bottom, and again, it'll show you all of those details for the socials of these tokens if they have them over on the side. If we come back to the top, it shows you the amount of liquidity that's locked in this token, and then it shows you the market cap and the FDV. So if these are any different, so if there's a discrepancy there, it generally means that there are some tokens currently still that can be airdropped to other holders who currently own it or who are currently maybe shilling this or marketing this token. But again, gives you super insightful information / data about the volume, the buyers and the sellers, and all those types of things across the 5 minutes, the 1 hour, the 6 hours, and the 24 hours. And again, if you have your login, you can set this up in your watch list. You can set alerts around particular maybe entries or particular sell points that you want to take profit at as well. Diving deeper, you can see what the pool's made up of. Obviously the token, obviously a bit of Solana in there as well, and it has the pair and all the blockchain details if you want to dive into that as well. But again, what I like about this is you can see some social sentiment here. Everyone's going to be red flagging, classic, people do that. But at the end of the day, if this shows me there's a bit of price action here, so in other words, price action is good. That shows me there's people reacting here. It means that a lot of people are looking at this token. So if we click on search on Twitter, the beauty about this as well is going to take me straight away to some of the top essentially posts about this token. So as you can see here, look on chain, crazy, look at this, 365,000 followers. So they're even talking about this token as well, and they dive deep into it. So you can dive down and see who some of the top influencers in the space who are talking about it. Obviously, if we go to latest, it's going to show you some really scam accounts or accounts that like BingX look like they're about to list it, which is pretty crazy. But again, the latest people who are talking about this token are all there as well. But that's the beauty of Dexscreener because it is all nice and easy to get in here too. If you're someone that loves to be in the Telegram of these tokens, you can click Telegram and it'll take you straight to that group as well. I don't like to do that. There's too much noise in those Telegram groups, so I like to keep myself out of those positions. But that's what it looks like for a token. Now, the one difference that I just want to show you guys before we talk about volume up the top, and volume is so important when trading these meme coins, but I just want to show you like the difference with Solana compared to every other token, every other meme coin on different blockchains is that it doesn't have a built-in security feature. So I'm not 100% sure why, but it has to do with the Solana blockchain itself. But if you have a look here, guys, generally when you're trading any other blockchain token, so ETH, BSC, Base, ARB, Poly, AVAX, Blast, Optimism, etc., most of them have Go Plus security. So it's just an extra safety mechanism for you to check some of the details regarding this token. So as you can see here, this one is showing me quite a few green flags. However, the renounced unknown ownership is maybe a red flag, etc. You dive deeper in there. But again, I use my bots like I've showed you in other videos for specific blockchains to also do my security checks and my safety checks before I ape into these tokens. Obviously, Token Sniffer is another one that you can use, but this works for AVAX, it works for ETH, it works for Base. Those are probably the top three outside Solana that I have been actively trading. So if we go into Cult, you come down here, it'll also have Go Plus security, as you can see here. Now, there are red flags here. So if there are red flags and you are still wanting to maybe ape into this, at the end of the day, it could rug extremely fast. So if you are doing that, then please obviously be careful because you want to be so aggressive with taking profits and so aggressive with cutting weak positions because these tokens, as I said before, 95% of them do go to zero. But there's just a little bit of alpha down the bottom about how you can do some more security checks. And as you can see here, guys, actually, if they have a well-built sort of social network, as you can see, this one has a website, it has docs. So maybe this is actually, is it a large market cap? Yeah, it's a 12 mil. So perhaps this is actually an altcoin rather than a meme coin. But again, do your own research into these tokens before you buy them always, and check out what they're doing on their socials as well to see whether it looks like a scam or whether this is a pump and dump or whether this is something you actually maybe want to get in and hold longer term. But again, let's go back to volume because this is how I like to trade. So whenever I come to Dexscreener, I either go to new pairs like I showed you before over on the side over here to see what's just popped off on the Solana blockchain, for example. Or what I like to do is I come to this homepage, I just click on whichever the top tokens are, and then I come to the top here and I quickly survey quickly check out all of these top tokens. So as you can see here, this one's showing me a lot of strength. It's got higher lows. Okay, so as you can see there, high low, higher low, higher low, another high low, etc., etc. You guys get it. You understand how I trade. It has higher highs. Okay, so this is showing me bullish continuation. Okay, so that shows me, okay, this is a good potential trade to take. I'd obviously do some research into the actual security, because as you can see down here, there's no security check for Solana tokens. So I'd go to my bots on Telegram, I'd go to rug check and I'd check that this token is safe before even considering getting into this. But I'm not going to chase something like this, guys. This is how I like to trade. I like to trade either nice and early down here, or if there's a sign of a reversal like we saw on that Memecoin before, or if it's a low enough market cap. So for me, the risk to reward of something that's pumped up to 8.5 million right now is not worth getting into, because you have to remember this chart that I've got currently is at 5 minutes. So if I change that to a 1 hour, or if I change that to a 4 hour chart, look at how ridiculous that is. So you are essentially buying the top of these tokens. And then this is why so many people fail at meme coins, is because they don't actually zoom out, they don't look on higher time frames, and they don't understand what they're doing or when they're buying. Ideally, you want to be getting into something down here before it's on mainstream media, before it's on Twitter, before you see all these people shilling it, etc., guys. So if you find a token like this, I already would fade it. I keep an eye on it just to see what happens with it. But at the moment, 8.2, that's too high for me. So I go to the next token. I have a look. Okay, so this chart is a bit nicer. It's trending sideways. We saw a massive pump up initially, so a classic retracement level is usually, so consolidation is usually what you want to see. So we might be potentially getting a breakout now too. So I go up to a higher time frame. This is kind of, yeah, maybe a little breakout actually live on the show, so that's so good to see. But as you can see here, guys, this is what I like to look. So even though it's at 16 mil, I could trade a swing trade from this back to its all-time high. So that's a 40% trade. If you have 10 Solana, that's a 4 Solana trade that you could get back to its all-time high. So I like to trade this where I've seen consolidation, I've seen a reversal maybe. I see an increase in volume. So volume is so important down there, guys. So always check for a big green sort of volume increase. Otherwise, this isn't going to continue higher. Often it might go like this. Okay, it might pump up. Okay, we might see a little 20% scalp up here, so that might be a really aggressive taking profit zone if you got in around this range. Okay, but if it does not have volume, as you can see down here, guys, oopsies. So as you can see down here, if it doesn't have volume down there, guys, and a spike in green volume, then often it'll fade down and start to break down below where you entered. So I always aggressively cut if that is the case, and I swing trade it really short, unless there's a massive spike in green under down here, and then this will continue and break up higher in the weeks or in the hours to come, being on a 15-minute chart. So again, that's how I like to trade. We looked at Mew before. Let's look at Meow. Again, this one, okay, so 450 market cap. Again, look at this chart, guys. It's not very strong. We've seen a massive pump. So I'd be keeping an eye on a potential reversal, whether this shows me strength or not. Something like this is a classic pump and dump. If there's not much liquidity in the market, often it doesn't actually see a second pump to all-time high. So that's about an 8x. But a lot of this takes so much liquidity to get back up to these range. So I would avoid a trade like this. So again, I'm doing my due diligence. I've learned these processes over a long period of time. And the beauty of Dexscreener is that it makes it so easy for me to trade in and out of all these tokens. I come to the next one. This looks, I don't even know what this is. I'm going to fade it. It's at 52. It's dumping. Why would I want to buy that? Let's go to the next one. Again, quite a high token in price. I'd have to do my own research. This chart isn't showing me a lot of strength either. We obviously broke that downtrend there. Again, the 57, so for a 2x to get is 100 million. Is this male token, Soul Male, going to go to 100 million in the short time frame? Probably not. So again, it's all about market cap, guys, and trying to get in. Nub, I've been trading this a little bit, as you can see already. We might have another bullish flag here potentially forming. But if you do look at a higher time frame chart, so if I just change this a little bit, this will be the last one I show you. But essentially what I'm looking here, I cut this. We got in my group around here yesterday. It did run up about 60%. Obviously I was hoping it continued higher. I had conviction. However, it broke my system level. It failed to sort of show me strength because there wasn't a lot of volume increase to take this back up above the next breakout area. So I cut here for a break even. It did deviate below. It has formulated back into this trading range. So I'm watching this now. So even though I was in and out of this token, what I now like to do is see, okay, is this going to go up? Or is this going to continue in a downtrend, because we are technically in a downtrend there as well? So what I'd like to do now is, obviously I cut that position because it was weak and it did break down another 10 to 20%. So I saved my capital there, because the alternative is that it just keeps going down here to zero, guys. So what I like to do is I cut weak positions. I aggressively take profit if I think the chart is failing. There's not much volume down here because, as we've seen, we've had the meta and the narrative and the hype of Meow and Mew come out as well. So that's why those two are trending way higher than Nub. So that's, again, why you need to take in a holistic perspective when trading. It's not just what's on the chart. It's about the strength of the mean, the hype, the sentiment, okay? Because if those things also start to show weakness, I want to cut. I don't want to be holding something like this where the meta is about to change in about a couple of days' time. So something to keep an eye on. But again, if this shows me strength, so if it breaks out here, it shows me a retest here. I see a green spike in volume, so something maybe up layer about that level there. Then I more than likely will try and get back into this trade. However, if it goes back down here, it starts to make another new low, then I'm very happy that I cut that trade, guys. So that's Dexscreener. That's how I trade. The volume up the top. This is Dexscreener when you're looking at a specific token. This is how you track all of the different blockchains over on the side. You come to Dexscreener. This is the home page, guys. So this is where you can really start your analysis and dive into what's currently trending. So as you can see, it's all Solana. It is legit all Solana, guys. So why would you fade Solana? Again, another reason why I trade on Solana. I showed you the new pairs over on the side. So this is how I track those early meme coins that have just dropped on all of the different blockchains, as you can see up the top. And obviously I showed you gainers and losers. So please comment down below if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to help. Always, I am running a private sale group on my private alpha group. We've returned over 1,000x in the past few months trading meme coins. So if you want to find some more degens that are in this space, there's over 230 members. You can check out the WAP link down below. We trade meme coins every single day across different blockchains, okay? But also we help educate and learn and teach people how to trade, just like I've shown you in this video. So there you have it, guys, my super detailed tutorial on how I trade using Dexscreener for all of these 100x meme coins across all different blockchains. If you like my content, please subscribe down below. Smash the like button as well. It helps me grow as a content creator, and I really do appreciate it. Check out my private group, guys. There's a sale currently going on, and I would love to have you in there. As always, guys, take care, and I will see you again soon.